Good morning, everyone. Want to hear from GNC Lakeland, Plant City. It is this Friday, this morning. I'm having a very, very exciting podcast this morning. I'm meeting with OJ Pam. I'm very sure you remember from last year.
Yeah. Good morning. How you doing?
Good. And I asked you to introduce yourself. But this year is completely different. I want you to hold this and introduce yourself. Your baby.
My baby. You see it?
All right. So go ahead and tell us about this year for you and about that beautiful book right here.
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
So I recently just got signed to Salida Promotions,
Okay.
which is a great, reputable promotion company. And they thought that I would be good to represent this belt, you know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
they scheduled me for a fight February 2nd where I fought Skylar Lacey, and I ended up getting the win, you know what I'm saying? It was a crazy fight, it was one of those grueling fights where,
Yes.
he was holding me and we were fighting, but it was one of those Rocky Apollo Creed fights, you know what I'm
Yeah, the
saying?
movie.
The
Yes.
movie, right? And so
Yes.
but yeah, man, this year has been like a crazy year just to start off the bag, winning this belt, being the USA champion. And, this belt hasn't been fought for since 2018. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And I had I was able to be praised to be able to fight for it. You know what I'm saying? Versus another undefeated fighter, because the guy I fought, he was also undefeated. And I gave him his first loss.
Okay.
So,
Oh, wow. Okay.
yeah, so,
So we are sitting today with a United States boxing champion.
yeah, the best fighter in the United States, IBF, baby. So,
Oh my goodness! Congratulations.
thank you, thank you, thank you.
And we'll take it from here. Last year we spoke about the grind and how much hard work you do.
Yeah.
Before we start to go to our subject, that one we talked about earlier for the mental health that we're going to talk about, tell me a little bit about your grind and dedication and mental preparation for something huge like that.
Yes, the grind. Really, it starts with my family, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Your family has to be on board. They have to be willing to, continue to give you those positive words because you're your biggest critic, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So you got to always have that as a first. That's my first, that's my raw. Second, this is what I want, you know what I'm saying? And when you want something,
It has to come from here and here.
Intrinsic motivation,
Yeah.
very important. It takes a little bit of, what do you want to be? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Who do you want to be? A lot of people say they want to be things, but it takes certain things to be that person. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it takes a lot of hard work. It takes those days that you don't want to do it. You got to do it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what it is. A lot of people, even in real life, I didn't want to go to the gym today. I didn't want to study today.
Right? But that's the reason why you should do. The reason why you don't want to do it is the reason why you should do it. You know what I'm saying?
You should do it.
And what's crazy is like now having been on this journey for 7 years, I've been through my ups, I've been through my downs. I tore my Achilles. When I talk about mental health, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that was when I realized, mental health is a real thing. Maybe at first when everything's going good for you, you don't understand that mental health, something's coming that's gonna test your mental.
Yeah.
And then so me tearing my Achilles showed me, I'm like, man, you gotta that's also a muscle as well. You have to continue to work. Tell yourself you're a good person. Tell yourself like you're not as
You
bad.
can do it.
You can exactly, because it's a hard road. It's a hard road to be a 1%er. You know what I'm saying? It's very hard.
How many in the world?
You get what I'm saying? So it's tough. So and when you're striving for that, you always have those self-doubts, but that intrinsic motivation has to let you know you are the different one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I do it. You know what I'm
So
saying?
the belief, the determination,
Every time.
the grind.
Every time.
Yeah, it's just, and I think it comes from the mental first, and then it goes to a lot other things like taking care of yourself.
Correct.
And taking care of the people, as you said, your family as well. But to take care of yourself to come to this level, what do you do? What do you do? Like as far as supplement, exercise.
Oh man.
Yeah. What I mean, I can imagine that's also a
Yes.
budget for you.
Oh, 100%. So, I start off, I have my multivitamin, my GNC multivitamin actually, and you put me on that.
Yeah.
And it really and it really does help me. Like I take it every morning. It keeps my body, it just keeps me being able to stay focused throughout my whole day, because you have to be focused your whole day, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
it really fulfilled the gaps for you.
correct.
And especially for focus and mental.
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
yes. So and you say mental health, right? You got to be focused your whole day to get everything you need to get done in the whole day, to just keep your mental be like, I accomplished something that day. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So like even this morning, I wake up, I eat my oatmeal, I take my vitamin pack, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's how I get my day going. I get my first workout in, and then after my workout, then I drink my protein shake that I get from GNC again as
Yes,
well,
of
you know what I'm
course.
saying? And those are all things you have to do. Like if you want to run at a high level, you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
about for sure.
So how many times a day do you eat?
So I eat 4 times a day for sure.
Okay.
So I wake up, I oatmeal, I take my vitamins, I drink a protein shake. That's what I call my first meal. And then I go train and I work out really hard. And then I'll hit a fruit stand or something
Yeah,
like that. Or
yeah.
I'll cut my fruit up and I'll eat a whole bunch of fruit. I'm like Baloo of Mowgli.
Oh,
I
wow.
eat a whole bunch of fruit.
Okay.
And then after that, I might go to hot yoga. I stretch out. And then throughout the day, I'm drinking probably gallons of water, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And then after that, I'll eat my lunch. I'll probably eat a big lunch.
And so
yeah,
do you focus on protein more or just the whole food overall?
I make sure that I'm eating like from 6 o'clock to maybe 2 o'clock. It's really like oats, vegetables, because I'm not a big eater in the mornings. But I
Okay.
just try to make sure I'm eating
You're
something.
just feeding your body
Yes, correct.
before you go.
But after 3, I'm a humongous eater.
Okay.
I'm going out. I'm trying to get like 4 or 5 chicken quarters. Cause I'm a heavyweight, so I have to eat a lot
Yes,
to
that's what I'm
maintain
saying.
the weight.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
So
So how much do you weigh now?
right now, so when you last interviewed me, I was like 220.
Okay.
Now I'm 255.
Wow.
Yes,
It's
yes.
all muscle though.
Almost. You see the big state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now we're gonna talk. I know you do a podcast in a boat and you go hang out with your friends and talk a lot of about a lot of things. One of the things I noticed that you mentioned a lot, the mental health for
Yes.
American,
Yeah.
and you spoke about the focus and what you need to do. Tell me about how did you get into that?
So how did I get into that? 3 years ago, when I tore my Achilles for the first, well, I've only torn it once, but when I tore my Achilles, I was 10-0. I'm on top of the world. Nobody can tell me anything, right? And then I tear my Achilles, right? And nobody prepares you for mental health. It just came. The phone stops ringing and whatnot. So I was a part of Freedom Boat Club. And what I would do is just to get me through that time, I would go out to Tampa and get on the boat and just look into the sky, right?
Wow.
Just be like, man, like, what am I? Because there was nothing else to do, you know what I'm saying? So I got to that point, I'm fighting again. I'm getting back to my normal self. And my brother, he plays for the United States national team soccer. He's the right back, Shaq Moore.
Oh,
He,
hi, check.
yes, right. So he was kind of having like a time because, his season wasn't going the way that he wanted it to. And I was like, bro, come to Florida. Let's get on the boat. Let's go fish. Let's just catch a vibe. We'll talk. Because when you're on the water, right, and there's nobody around, there's no microphones, no cameras, you can just think, you can see what God made. You know what I'm saying? So you're out there and we were talking and we were fishing. And what we were talking about, I couldn't even tell you what we were talking about. But I know when we got back from the boat, he just felt better. You know what I'm saying? And it helped his mental. So then I started kind of devising the plan. I was like, you know what? I'm going to just see, maybe I can get people because, most podcasts are at a physical area. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying, right? So I was like, I want to give people, I want you to remember what you did last Monday. Like, what did you do last Monday? Oh, I did something.
The same old same.
Right? But maybe when you were with me last Monday, you know what you did? You came on the boat. We drove around, maybe an hour or two, or however you needed, just to get your mental clear, right? And we spoke. I asked you what your grind is. A lot of people, when you ask them, hey, how's your day going? You're gonna say good. Okay, well, how's your day really going though? How was your day? And then now you're gonna start thinking about
oh yeah,
exactly.
that's true.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, yeah.
Because people are that's the first. Oh,
You wanna tell me how was my day in the morning? It was a little bit stressful.
You know what I'm saying?
And I was like preparing. I have a lot going on. I started winning a list. And I was like, I'm still inside, have a little bit of anxiety.
You feel me?
But if you ask me,
I'm good, right?
I'm good.
Exactly. But imagine you need to get that out though. Somebody needs to just talk to you, because me, right? Like you asked me my grind. I mean, the people that love me the most, they critique me at the highest level.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? So who do you talk to about that? Like they're telling you, no, you're not doing this right. No, you're not doing this right. But you need somebody just to tell, man,
It's okay.
I went through this type of day. So that's where it all came from. And it really helps a lot of people. I've had, now I think we're at episode 8. It's at its infancy stages. And I've helped just those 8 people. If you helped one person,
That's huge.
that's huge.
And
So
that person can affect another person. And that
Right.
person, that's how you spread.
correct.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Oh yeah, and what really made me know that this was doing something good was that Freedom Boat Club, they decided to sponsor me for this. You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome.
Because you know, at first, you know, you're making these things happen, and you know, sometimes it costs and it's hard. But we went through that hard phase, and then somebody believed in us to say, you know what, we want to work with you. This seems like a really good thing. You know, Grady Judd wants to jump on.
That's awesome.
The Winter Haven mayor, I was able to speak with him,
That's
and you know, he just tells me about, you know, how, you know, his police officers, what they go through, and then them going through things, and then them having to deal with the world as well. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it just gives you a different perspective on life. You know what I'm saying? So,
yes.
and that's all you need sometimes.
Yeah, and speaking of that, that's why we support the Bulk Sheriff Office and the Lakeland Police Foundation.
Sure.
We're the biggest sponsor for them as well.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, every year. This is 11 year and
Wow.
7 years. You didn't know that?
No, shout out. I did not know. Shout out. The biggest sponsor. I did not know them.
5K. We do their 5K every year.
Okay.
So we have one April 26th and one May 9th for the Bulk Sheriff Office and one April 26th for Lakeland Police Foundation.
Oh, wow.
Come by.
I will. I will
Grady
definitely.
Judd will be there. Actually, the whole sheriff department. I mean,
Yeah.
no, the whole police department also will be there on May 19th. What a great event!
Okay, for
It
sure.
comes like we have like almost 700 from 500 to 700 runner.
Wow. Oh, no.
Event.
Where's it located? The Lake Auditorium?
Well, the one for the bulk sheriff is at the one on off Winter Lake Road. You know
Okay.
their office right
Yes,
there.
yes,
So
yes.
they run that 5K there.
Okay.
For the Lakeland Police Foundation, they do it by the YMCA, the one right here at Lakeland Heights.
Yes,
yeah,
yes, off Cleveland Heights.
Beatrice Park.
Yes,
So
yes.
people will go there 6 o'clock, and
For
actually my
sure.
husband runs every year. And he runs for he comes second for his division. You know,
They go second.
he beats a guy every year who beats him. But it's funny, yeah. But we would love for you to come as
For
well.
sure. Yes.
Yeah. So you told me you have a great year ahead of you coming.
Yes.
Tell me what's going on.
So right now we're in talks for me to fight June 6th on the New York Hall of Fame show.
Woo!
You know,
Wow.
yeah. So that's
I'm in.
right.
Man.
That's right. Yeah. So, like, I mean, I'm just gracious. You know, I'm just a Polk County kid. Like, I really grew up here. I went to school here, and I see and I'm being here. You know, you see the adversities, and you see just the little things you have to go through just to just make it out of here. You know what I'm saying? So it just makes me super happy just to be able to do that. After I get that big win, you know, in June 6th, you know, I have another fight coming up probably later on in the year. And, you know, all I really want is just to know that, let people know in Polk County that there's somebody here that came from here and they're doing good. I don't want to be one of those guys that started off in Polk County and I left and I went to a whole other place. I want to say that I started here and I brought all of my talents right back home. You know what I'm saying?
You're trying to help your community.
Exactly. You
You're
know,
the young kids who's looking for
right?
what do you call it?
A role model.
A role model
Correct.
to help them, and I
Correct.
think you are doing that 100%.
Yes.
So we were talking outside.
Yeah. Yes,
Or-
it's okay. Yeah.
You know, circumstances.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate circumstances. Yeah.
We're not gonna talk about it, but we were talking earlier about the grind, the mental health,
Yeah.
and he was. You were talking to him about the boat and your friends and how is
How
that.
about bringing
Maybe
them?
continue from here.
Oh, for sure. So, you know, I was telling you about, you know, how the boat, how it just relaxes you. And it gives me an opportunity to take people out to doing something new. You know, the day-to-day grind, you know, what you did yesterday, you probably did last week. You know what I'm saying? We did the week before.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, even me, when I started getting into boating, like I had never been on the chain of lakes before. I had never seen it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it gives me an avenue just to show my friends, to show people just a new, something new that's right at home too. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it helps you. And when you see new things, I think that helps your mental.
I think for you, for what you do every single
For sure.
the grind and the
For
work
sure.
and the training you do, like I'm saying for you especially, but also everyone, like the
Mhm.
average person, I can imagine just disconnecting, and
Yeah.
getting that mental relief.
Yeah. Like, you know, people see what I do, right? And they're like, oh, it might be a little different than what somebody else does. But when I've talked to just people in general, right? No matter if you're me or if you work a regular 9 to 5, it's always mentally grueling. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what it is. It's whatever you're doing every day, the day that you don't want to do it, that's when it hits your mental. And that's what I want to talk. That's what I like to talk about with people, because sometimes, you know, me in the boxing world, I'm disconnected from the guy that, like, you're a business owner. I'm in the boxing world, but I know that your grind is exactly the same as mine. So I know the guy that works their 9 to 5 as an accountant. I know his grind is exactly the same as mine. even though it may not be
It takes that mental.
it takes that to do it every day. Every day is that mental. So, it gives me the opportunity just to, hear it, to make me understand that my problems aren't that big as well. You get what I'm saying?
Oh,
You get what I'm saying? Because imagine, you have your problems, I have my problems. We always think they're the biggest problems in the world. And then until you hear somebody else's, and you're like, maybe I should be grateful for mine.
I went last night to a lecture, and the lady was just talking exactly.
Yeah.
One of my best friends, her dad passed away, and we had the lady was talking about. You think that your problem is the worst problem in the world.
Yeah.
And what she's saying is, look around the world, and you'll be
You'll be blessed to have these problems.
grateful that you do have. It's hard. We're not saying it's easy to lose like a family member or anything like that, and the mental stress you go through. But I guess God give us that. Look outside. Oh my God, there is a lot worse than us, and that's when we believe we can keep going and kind of go, grind from here. So,
and I wanted to say, I'm 17 and 1. We're talking about the grind, right? And people, how I can relate it to the world is 17 and 1. That's a career of boxing, and like you see these belts, and people are like, they look really cool, but a lot of sacrifice it took to get these things. You know what I'm saying? It took a lot of days in the gym, a lot of years and years of work. And I'm realizing now, like, even in business, when you investing doesn't mean you get your money in a year or 2 or 3. I'm in year 7, and I'm kind of seeing the fruits of my labor. You know what I'm saying? And now Polk County, and that's all that matters to me is my city, Polk County. Now people are recognizing that I'm a face here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really want to, you know what I'm saying? U.S.
Boxing Association champion.
You see what I'm saying?
U.S.
Yes, yeah, man. Just get behind me, Polk County. So yeah.
And actually, we said earlier he has a fight on June
6th.
June 6th. So just tune in.
Please, yes, it's gonna be on the Zone. I'm gonna be fighting probably a big name opponents it's on New York Hall of Fame show. So I'm sure it's gonna be Madison Square Garden. So if you got time and you want to see somebody from Polk County doing something big, tune in.
Come support your local
champion. Your local champion. It's crazy, right?
Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Imagine that I told you before, the hard work and dedication. What an amazing.
Word.
As you said, I'm pretty sure I asked you earlier, how do you feel? I was like, oh, my body. I said, no, the other fear.
Great. Now, like I can walk, and not that I was walking around with my head down, but my head can be high now. You know what I'm saying? Like I know I'm making my people proud. So it's great. It's great for sure.
It's so great. I know you take a lot of supplement from GSA.
Yes.
We talked about the multivitamin, the protein.
Yes.
And we also have a lot of, since we're talking about the mental support, people doesn't really underestimate a vitamin B12.
You need that B12.
Ashwagandha or radiola or natural remedies to help you mentally go through the
Correct.
People, if you go to the doctor, he will prescribe you a medication that put you to sleep all day.
Right.
Really, a few changes in your lifestyle can take you to the next level without putting yourself through medication that you could be addictive to, not function at your.
Yes.
That's what we usually advise for it. I think you are the best example for.
Right. I mean, just a year ago, right?
That thing is heavy, man.
You know what I'm saying? Just a year ago, I was 230. Now I'm 255. You know what I'm saying? That's here. It's been here, So, yeah, for sure.
We're talking about the supplement.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I take their creatine. I take their, the GNC.
Speaking of the creatine, you know that creatine has a lot to do with the mental health.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of studies.
Wow. Okay. We'll do.
They did like some studies, and people who are taking creatine, they have a lot better mental health and less Alzheimer's and mental disease.
Wow.
For men or women.
Gee, hey, you know what's big about the physical and your mental health? The better your physical, the better your mental. I used to be 350 pounds. You know what I'm saying? I went to the Olympics at 200 pounds.
Okay.
I lost 150 pounds in a year, and I went to the, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a direct relation to your mental. Sometimes those days that you don't feel like doing it, that's the day, because it's gonna just keep your mental. I did something, I got better. So yeah, man. I mean, this is great. This is this place here is what we met as well. I met you in here.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, and you stopped to ask me how I was doing. Who were you? And we now look at us 2 years later, what? Yes,
That
yeah.
was like, you know, that was the best thing ever. So
Yeah, definitely,
yes,
definitely.
I really thank you for coming
And
over
thank you as
here.
well.
I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate you. But hey, remember to put me on that boat, and we need to do that.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna post
Thank
you.
you for the invitation.
I guys, okay.
To be on the boat and get my men
Yeah, we can talk about
and do it for sure.
definitely. All
Thank you
righty.
so much.
Thank
I
you for
appreciate
having
it.
me. All right. Appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
All right.